Hey everybody, as I'm recording this, Tropical Storm Isaias is on its way to the Carolinas. And, there's, as usual, a little anxiety involved with whenever a storm heads our way. By the time you see this, the storm will have passed. And so I hope that everybody made it through safely and that whether it affects us directly or affects someone else, we certainly pray for God's protection and providence, and that God's people will respond in the wake of the storm. Today, once again, I'm reading from Bob Goff's book, Live in Grace, Walk in Love. And what he's got written for Tuesday, August 4th is entitled, Don't Let Uncertainty Talk You into Pursuing a Backup Plan Instead of Your Purpose. And our scripture for today is from Hebrews 10, verse 36, that says, You need to persevere so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what he has promised. Bob writes about going off to law school, something that I experienced when I left college, but my experience of entering law school is very different from his, as you're about to find out. Bob writes, as college graduation approached, I decided becoming a lawyer was my next step to making the biggest impact. Since I had spent most of undergrad surfing, I didn't feel entirely prepared. My grades were underwhelming. My LSAT scores were even worse. Every application was flat out rejected. They didn't even put me on their wait list. But I wasn't going to let a big load of rejection stop me. My first choice school was within driving distance, so I hopped in my VW Bug and went to the dean's office for an impromptu meeting without notice. The dean did not find my argument compelling, to say the least. So after he told me I needed to leave his office, I sat on a bench just outside the door the rest of the day. Every time he passed by, I told him he had the power to let me in. All he had to say was, go buy your books, and I'd be in. For 6 straight days, I sat on the bench and waited for the dean to walk past. All you have to say is go buy your books. I'd remind him each time, and he'd just smile and move along. Until the day he didn't. 5 days after law school started, he approached me at the bench with a smile, and after a long pause, he told me, go buy your books. Every day since, as I've been involved in countless legal cases here and abroad, I've thought about the power of perseverance. Sometimes when a door closes, it's not a sign pointing us in a different direction. Sometimes it's a reminder that we need to knock harder, or maybe try kicking it down. Bob's question, what doors do you need to keep knocking on? Do you want to hear that last part again? He said, every day since, I've been involved in countless legal cases here and abroad, and I've thought about the power of perseverance. Sometimes when a door closes, it's not a sign pointing to a different direction. Sometimes it's a reminder that we need to knock harder, or maybe try kicking it down. What doors do you need to keep knocking on? What a great question. Something to think about today. God bless you.